Hey there, and welcome to this deep dive.
Hi, everyone.
Today, we're getting into the world of makeup, specifically 10-minute makeup.
Right, the book by Boris and Trope. We've been looking through the source material, and it's essentially a guide, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. A guide to achieving like 50 different looks. And the whole point, the really interesting part, is that many of them are designed to be fast.
Super quick. That's the 10-minute idea.
hmm
And in Tripp, he's a professional makeup artist, and he's really known for taking those, sometimes quite intimidating runway looks and
Totally.
making them actually doable for everyday life.
Which is great. And I loved his philosophy right from the start of the book. He basically says makeup should be fun.
Yes.
It's personal, it's a statement, trends are fine, but there are no, like, strict rules you have to follow.
Exactly. It's all about experimenting, enjoying it.
And crucially, that sensational effects don't need hours and hours. That's the big thing. Impact, efficiency.
Absolutely. Less about absolute perfection, more about finding what works effectively and quickly for you.
So that's our mission for this deep dive, pulling out the really essential techniques, the key tools, the best tips from this material.
Kind of a shortcut to understanding his whole approach, yeah.
Exactly. How to get that impact without spending all morning doing it. And maybe find some surprising little tricks along the way.
Okay, so where do we start according to the source? Not straight into the makeup, interestingly.
No, it starts with the basics, the skin prep. It's really clear that good makeup needs a good base.
Right. Even for a quick look, the prep matters. Things like using an alcohol-free toner, just a quick refresh for the skin.
And weekly exfoliation gets a mention. Apparently, you can use a peeling mask or even just like rub gently with a hand towel.
Yeah, in small circles. The idea is it boosts circulation, gives you a bit of a natural glow even before you put anything on.
That's a neat little trick. And moisturizer, of course. Daily before foundation, let it sink in.
Preferably one with SPF.
Yeah.
The goal is smooth skin because foundation just won't sit right on rough patches.
Okay, prep done. Then it moves on to the tools and the actual products. It lists about, what, 14 tools overall?
Something like that. It shows the variety, but the point is that each one has a specific job, often helping with precision or, speed.
So you've got your different brushes, powder, blush, foundation, concealer brushes, loads of eyeshadow ones, angled ones for liner or brows, lip brushes.
And it notes that synthetic bristles are often better for creams because they don't soak up as much product and they're a bit stiffer.
Right. And then other essentials like a pencil sharpener, it really stresses how important a sharp point is for clean lines.
Definitely. And tweezers with a slanted tip for getting those tiny hairs. Oh, and a good eyelash curler. High quality with soft pads.
You must have, apparently. But here's the bit I found really surprising. Among all the Pro Tools, a spoon.
Huh? Yes, a literal kitchen spoon. It sounds mad, doesn't it?
It does. What's it for?
So you hold it behind your lashes when you put on mascara. It acts like a shield.
Oh, I see. So no more smudges on the eyelid.
Exactly. It catches the excess, saves you cleanup time. Such a simple, clever hack.
That is genuinely useful. Okay, so tools covered. What about the makeup products themselves? It says you don't need loads, right? Maybe 4 core things.
Yeah, often just 4 for many looks. But a basic kit of 9 gives you real versatility.
So what's in that core kit? Foundation, obvious.
Yep, foundation, liquid, powder, mousse, different types. But interestingly, the book says its main job isn't always heavy coverage. It's more about evening out the skin tone.
Ah, right. Because concealer does the heavy lifting for spots and stuff.
Precisely. And the absolute key for foundation, blending those edges, making it seamless.
And it mentions using 2 shades, one match, one deeper.
Yeah, not just for matching changing skin tones, but strategically. You can use them for a quick, built-in contouring effect as you apply the foundation itself. Saves a step later.
Smart. Okay, then concealer, which the source calls like one of the most important things.
It really emphasizes it, not just for blemishes, but for shadows, dark circles. It can even subtly change how features look. The tip is usually a shade lighter than your skin for brightening.
Got it. Then powder.
Powder sets the foundation, gives a matte finish. Transparent is good for overall setting, or you can use colored powder for a bit of shading.
And blush, cream, powder, adds life, helps sculpt.
Then mascara, of course. Different ones do different things. Curved ones lift, comb ones separate, round ones add volume.
And that tip about not wiping the wand on the edge of the tube?
Yes. Avoids clumps and stops it drying out so fast.
Good one. Eyeliners next. Pencils, liquids.
Right. Pencils are versatile soft lines, smoky eyes. Liquid or gel give that sharp, precise line, but they do take a bit more practice.
And finally, something for the lips, glossy or shimmery stuff.
Yeah, lipstick or gloss with a bit of glitter or shine. It reflects light, makes lips look fuller. And a related tip for eyes, a touch of shimmery eyeshadow on a lid can make eyes look younger, more awake instantly.
So it's about having those core things ready. Prepped skin, the right tools, including that spoon, and a focused set of products.
Exactly. The 10-minute idea isn't about having everything. It's about using the essentials really strategically.
Okay, let's get into the how-to then. The source breaks down the actual techniques, showing how to use these things for, maximum effect quickly.
So that foundation technique with 2 shades, it goes into detail. You're not just slapping it on everywhere.
Right. Lighter shade highlights.
Yeah, forehead, bridge of the nose, top of cheekbones, under the brow arch, maybe above the upper lip. Basically bringing those areas forward with light.
And the deeper shade for shading?
Exactly.
Mm.
Down the sides of the nose to make it look narrower, under the cheekbones for definition, temples maybe. You're sculpting with the foundation.
Which, like you said, saves time later. But the key is the blending.
Absolutely crucial. You have to blend those edges so it looks totally natural, like real shadows and light, not like stripes of makeup. Then just a light setting with translucent powder where needed.
Okay. And concealer, we know it covers spots, but how else is it used strategically?
For instant brightening, dabbing it gently under the eyes, paying attention to the inner and outer corners. That gives a real wide-awake look.
Oh, nice.
A little bit on the bridge of the nose, but not the tip, can make it look longer. A touch below the center of the forehead brightens the whole face.
And around the lips.
Yeah, dabbing it just at the outer corners can define the lips, make them seem a bit fuller, even without liner. The technique is key, though. Gentle dabbing or patting downwards, no rubbing.
Got it. Blush placement is another big one for quick changes, isn't it?
Totally. Where you put it completely changes the effect. On the apples of the cheeks, smile, define them, gives that fresh, youthful look.
Okay.
Below the cheekbones, blend it up and out, gives more of a sculpted, defined look.
Right.
Or even higher, up on the temples and just above the outer brows, kind of in a V shape. That draws focus upwards, towards the eyes.
Interesting. And powder versus cream blush?
Powder is versatile, stays put well. Cream blush melts in more, gives a dewier, maybe shimmery finish, often best applied with fingers, actually.
And different colors do different things. Pink for fresh, brown for sun-kissed.
Violet for cool tones, red for really vibrant, and a tip. Use a smaller brush for more precise placement if you need it.
Oh.
And if you go overboard,
Uh-oh.
just dab a tiny bit of liquid foundation over it to tone it down. Quick fix.
Handy. And it even shows how blush contours different face shapes.
Yeah, using color to create illusions. Like for a heart-shaped face, shading the temples and cheeks slightly can soften the width.
Makes sense.
For a longer face, putting blush more horizontally on the apples and maybe shading the chin and hairline makes it seem a bit wider, more oval.
Yeah.
It's all about playing with where you put the color.
Okay, let's talk eyes. Lots of tips there. Eyeshadow first.
Blending edges is always rule number 1.
Yeah.
And placing the highest point of color directly above your pupil when you look straight ahead, that creates a really flattering shape. Circling the whole eye gives definition.
And it actually encourages using fingers sometimes.
Yeah, especially for shimmer. The warmth helps blend it, makes it last longer, and gives you good control. Can be quicker, too.
What about that complementary color trick?
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. Using colors opposite on the color wheel makes your eye color really pop. So like bronze or coppery tones for blue eyes,
Okay.
cool lilacs or purples for brown eyes, warm greens for gray eyes. It's a simple color theory thing, but the effect is instant and quite dramatic.
Cool. And fixing eye shapes. Briefly, what are the main ideas?
For small eyes, it's all about light and lift. Light, reflective shadow on the lid, highlighter under the brow, and definitely curl those lashes.
Right.
Wide-set eyes, you want to bring things visually inwards.
Yeah.
A touch of darker shadow and a little horizontal V at the inner corner, blend it out.
Okay.
Close-set eyes are the opposite. Lighter shadow on the inner corner, darker on the outer corner. Blend outwards to kind of stretch the eye horizontally.
So it's all manipulating light and dark.
Pretty much. A lighter color near the nose generally helps. Oh, and liner on the inner rim, dark pencil pulls eyes closer. White or nude pencil makes them look bigger and brighter.
Let's talk eyeliner application. Liquid or gel sounds tricky.
It takes practice. The technique described is using short strokes, starting from the inner corner. Mark where you want the flick or tail to end, then connect the dots, fill it in, and let it dry completely.
And don't put it over foundation on the lid.
Right. It can smudge or slip. Powder or eyeshadow underneath is fine, though. Pencil liner is definitely more forgiving for speed.
And a note for more mature skin, like 40 plus, right?
Yeah, the advice is that big liquid liner flicks can sometimes emphasize wrinkles or less elastic skin around the eyes, so a simpler line just along the lashes might be more flattering.
Makes sense. Smoky eyes, is that achievable quickly?
Surprisingly, yes, the basic idea. Just circle the eye with your chosen dark color black, gray, brown, dark blue, and smudge it. Then add dark pencil liner to the inner water lines for intensity. Blend well.
Okay. False lashes. Seems complicated for 10 minutes.
Well, maybe not for a total beginner, but the source shows how. Curl your own lashes first. Apply a thin line of lash glue to the band of the false lash.
Right. Thin line.
Let it get tacky for a few seconds, blow on it gently. Then, using fingers or tweezers, place it right at the center of your lash line, then press down the inner and outer corners. Let it dry.
Any key tips for falsies?
Use proper lash glue, not hair glue. If you want to reuse them, don't put mascara on the false lashes themselves. Just clean off the old glue carefully. Remove gently with eye makeup remover.
And there are different styles, like individual lashes.
Yeah, individuals are great for adding subtle thickness or just lifting the outer corner. Good for hooded eyes, too, placing shorter ones inner, longer ones outer.
Okay, finishing touch. Lips. Lip liner first.
Yep, sharp pencil is key.
Right.
Outline from the corners towards the center, both top and bottom. You can easily correct any unevenness this way.
Then lipstick apply with a brush.
For precision, yes. Again, corners to center, then fill in. But for a really quick, subtle look, just dab color onto lip balm with your finger.
And making it last longer. That old trick.
The classic. Apply, blot with a tissue, lightly dust powder over the tissue onto your lips, then apply a second coat. It really helps set the color.
Nice. And you can use concealer around the edges.
Yeah, cleans up the line, makes the color pop, blend it outwards. For a full matte look, you can just use lip liner, fill in the whole lip carefully, powder, then add a second coat of liner.
And the emergency tip eyeshadow on lips.
Yeah. If you're caught without lipstick, dab a bit of suitable colored eyeshadow over lip balm. Works in a pinch.
So many clever little shortcuts. It really is about working smarter.
Exactly. And the source ties this all together with advice for different ages and those SOS quick fixes.
Right. The age tips are useful. 20s is all about play, experiment, focus maybe on concealer, blush, mascara. SPF is the main thing for the future.
30s, it shifts to refining your style, using tricks for looking fresh. Still adventurous, but maybe avoiding really muted colors. Foundation and concealer become more key for evening things out. That two-shade foundation technique is great here. Complementary eyeshadows, too.
40s skin changes. Eye cream is good. Makeup might simplify slightly, like that simpler eyeliner. Eyelash curler is essential. Good foundation, applied thinly. Concealer just for shadows. But still go for intense colors.
Yeah, vibrancy is encouraged. And then 50s and beyond, the focus is often on softer makeup. Avoiding harsh lines, like liquid liner flicks or sharp lip lines, especially on areas with more movement.
It shows how the approach changes, but makeup is still relevant and fun.
Definitely. And those quick fixes are lifesavers. Dark circles concealer helps, but also look at diet, hydration.
Drink more water.
Yeah, 2-3 liters a day suggested. Tired eyes, eyelash curler is the best weapon. Plus mascara, defined brows, inner corner highlight.
Swollen eyes.
Cooling, cold spoon, cool tea bags like chamomile. Anti-inflammatory. Use puffiness cream after the swelling goes down, not during.
Blemishes rule number 1.
Hands off. Don't squeeze. Keep things clean. Pillowcases, brushes. Cover with concealer after foundation.
And broken capillaries, those little red veins?
Foundation might not hide them. Use a skin tone concealer. Dab it gently before foundation to neutralize the red.
So much practical advice packed in there.
And for touch-ups, a small bag with a mirror, concealer, powder, cotton swabs, and your lip product. That's the essential kit.
So bringing it all back to Boris Entrup's core idea, this deep dive really shows makeup, especially this quick approach, is about smart enhancement, expressing yourself.
It's not about hiding. It's about understanding techniques, using tools cleverly, even a spoon, and making simple changes that have impact. The 50 looks in the book are just inspiration for playing around.
It's finding what makes you feel good, what highlights your features, without it feeling like a huge chore.
Exactly. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Boris Entrup sees makeup as this instant personal statement, a transformation tool. So think about your own routine, whatever it is. How does it reflect your personality right now? And maybe, after hearing all this, is there a new statement or just a different feeling you're curious to explore? Perhaps using one specific technique we talked about, something you haven't tried.
Definitely something to consider. Great food for thought. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into 10-minute makeup.